Top of the night, people. You already know what it is. Iron Sheik, aka Abdullah the Butcher, aka Warlord, aka Black Adam, Army of Allah War Channel, official tissue down to the bone crystal. I just want to get into something real quick. I was watching David Banner's interview about Martin Luther King and integration, right? And I've been, there's no lie, on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter for years, for a long time. I've been saying Martin Luther King was a sucker, right? But David Banner kind of hit it in a political way. This is what I wanted to say, right? If if you got your own sneakers and I got my own pair of sneakers, why would I want to share my sneakers with you, or why do I want to wear your sneakers? Or if you got a pair of pants and I got a pair of pants, why would I want to wear your pants? And why would I want you to wear my pants? Right? So I say that to say this, right? When we had segregation, we had black schools, we had white schools. We had a black sink, we had white sink. We had black restaurants, we had white restaurants. We had all type of black institutions and stuff like that, and we had white institutions and stuff like that. Why did the black people want to go to the same schools with the white people? And this is not racism, but what I'm saying is this. Why would black people want their kids to go to the same schools as the white people? Why would they want to drink from the same sink as the white people? Both sinks got water coming out of it. So what's the difference between drinking the water from the white sink or drinking the water from the black sink? It's still the same water. So, Martin Luther King was, marching for integration and a bunch of other stuff, right? He subliminally, he subliminally crippled the black race in America, the African Americans. He like kind of crippled the black people with that because they said, all right, you want to integrate, you want to be with us, or you want to do no more black sink, no more black schools, no more black restaurants, no more black nothing. So before integration, black people owned a lot of stuff, way more stuff than I think they own now, but they owned a lot of stuff. And you knew what was what, right? So the way America was set up before was it only was two of everything. It was black sink, black school, whatever. Black restaurant, white restaurant. So I mean, if you was a Dominican, a Arab, a Chinese, a Mexican, if you was from any other culture, ethnic group, or nationality, or race, or whatever y'all want to say, and you got caught drinking from that white sink, they was gonna tear your ass up. If you study the history of the Mexicans in the 1920s during the Zoot Suit era in California, there was a lot of restaurants that said no niggers, no Mexicans, and no Jews allowed. It was all type of racism going on towards them too. So if a Mexican or Arab or a Chinese tried to drink from the white sink, they would be like, you better go over there and fucking drink from that black sink. Oh, me not black. You motherfucking, all you monkeys is the same. Go drink from that monkey sink. So I think if everything stayed segregated, it would have brought more awareness. It would have continued to bring more awareness and consciousness to everybody else because everybody would have, now, this day and age, now being that everything is integrated, everybody say they're not black. All type of, I'm not black, you bugging, I'm this, I'm that. But back then, no matter what the fuck you said you was, white man was like, you better drink from that black sink. You better go to that fucking black school. You better sit in the back of the bus with the blacks. So a person really couldn't deny, no matter what they thought they was, they couldn't deny that they blackness, whether they have 10%, 30%, 80%, 90%, whatever. They couldn't deny it because the white dudes wasn't trying to hear that back then. He wasn't trying to hear that, right? Also, what integration did from us, it debted us on a lot of land that we did own. because a lot of land got public domain, and then they made all type of other shit. You know how many sharecroppers there was? That meant people was left property, and yet they just had to maintain it and maintain the white man's part. But a lot of people lost their property, gave up their property. They got public domain. They died off. They didn't have nobody to leave it to. All type of goofy shit happened. So Martin Luther King, weak ass, he hindered us more than helping us. Because now the American school system is trash. It's super trash. Whether it's a private school, a charter school, a Catholic school, where everybody's getting molested. Like all the American education system is trash. So any black person of conscious, sound mind, body, and soul, you gotta educate your kids at home. Now back then, I don't know how the black schools was. They probably was bad because black people wasn't allowed to read. So the teachers who probably was educated still was given institutionalized curriculum or academics. They probably was still given institutionalized academics and curriculums that the board of ed or the white man wanted them to give, right? So overall, this brief topic ain't about black and white. It's about blacks having their own and whites having their own. Why did Martin Luther King want to share everything? And I'm gonna tell you some other funny shit, right? In 1955, Martin Luther King and Rosa Parks and them did the bus boycott in Alabama down south, right? So they make it look like Martin Luther King is responsible for everybody sitting on the bus. But in 1941 in Harlem, in New York City, Thurgood Marshall and a bunch of other people, we had the first bus boycott in New York City in 1941. And that's how they was able to be black MTA bus drivers and everything. Thanks to Thurgood Marshall and a few other black people in the 1940s. But like everything black people fight for, they eventually try to make it for everybody, even the people who didn't fight. So now this day and age, when you get on a bus in New York City, there's all type of ethnic groups that's bus drivers, and they think they better than African Americans or black people. You got fucking African bus drivers, Indian bus drivers, Arab bus drivers, but none of them didn't fight or put in the work to be bus drivers. We put in all the work, and they piggyback our struggle, like everybody always do. Nobody put in no work when it comes to going against the white man. The blacks always got to fight against the white man, and then every other ethnic group piggybacks off of us once we win the war. And if we don't win, they be like, "See, them black people stupid." So there's a lot of sucker shit going on. We made most of the inventions. That's why I like the interview that Godfrey did on Vlad TV, because he was breaking down the black man that invented the eye laser surgery, the black person that invented the GPS for Instagram and cell phones and everything, and then the black man that did the heart surgery, and the first black man that made the light bulb because Tesla shit wasn't working. Like, we made all the fucking inventions, the traffic lights, the gas masses. We made this fucking country. But the way the government do, they always, I guess, the blacks back then was weak and they didn't have enough power. They outgunned niggas, scared niggas, and took everything from them. So everybody that come here, they be like, "Oh, black people lazy." Everybody that come in from other countries, Dominicans, Arabs, Indians, whoever, when people come here, they under the impression that black people is lazy. And when I say blacks, I'm talking for the quote unquote African Americans, the people that have been here 4, 5, 6, 700 years from slavery, right? So when everybody come in, they be like, "Oh, black people lazy." Nigga, we invented every 90% of the shit that's in this country. Car engines, peanut butter, traffic lights, gas masses. We invented all that shit. So we didn't invent none of that. A world without black people would be a fucked up world. Because we invented everything. But you know the greatest invention the white man made? He made the patent and trademark company. Because they was stealing people's inventions, and they was patenting it and they was trademarking it. That's their greatest invention, the patent and trademark. And they stole everybody's shit. So when people come here, they think, the African Americans is the bottom of the totem pole. Nah, my nigga. Every time we build something, invent something, it gets stolen. Not from me specifically, because I'm a black warrior. Like they wouldn't have never took none from me. I'd have killed as many of them until they killed me. You know what I'm saying? That's what type of time I'm on. You know what I'm saying? It's a long story, but I got Haitian in me. I'm of Haitian descent, but my family been in America probably since like the 1500s, 1400s, maybe before that. But my family been here for centuries. But I got Haitian in me. And when people say, "Oh, how you got Haitian in them?" Haitians didn't get their freedom in 1804. Haitians come originally from Benin, Africa. Benin, next to Togo, right? So niggas been traveling on boats and coming here before 1492 when the conquistadors and all that re-enslaved the Moorish Muslims or enslaved the Moorish Muslims and started traveling over here because they thought the world was flat. So Africans been coming over here like before 1492 with the Mali Kingdom with Mansa Musa's brother Abu Bakr when he left with like a fleet of 50,000 boats and only one boat came back. That Mansa Musa sent another fleet out of like 20,000 boats or some shit like that. Like dudes been here, and then it's even further than that. I'm gonna dig in my archives, and I'm gonna get proof that it was black dudes here 2, 3 thousand years ago. Niggas been here putting in work. But Martin Luther King is a sucker for starting that integration shit because we should have stayed segregated and did our own thing. Because we the ones with all the inventions, we the ones with the ingenuity, the critical thinking skills, and the inventive thought. So we didn't have to combine and link up with them. But you got the Stockholm syndrome. Black people always want to be friends with the next same person that's oppressing them. That's why I always tell you on my blogs there's different levels of black people. There's different calibers, whether they Jamaican, Haitian, Honduran, which is the Garifuna tribe, whether it's whatever, it's different levels of black people, whether they Southern, Northern, or West Coast. Because we know the Southerns, a lot of them ate ham hocks and pork and pig feet and crawfish, and they was caught up in them churches worshiping them white Jesuses. All the blacks that migrated north, basically came under Islam. They was Muslim Nation of Islam, Moorish Science Temple, 5%er, Israelite. We embrace like you know Eastern philosophies, Eastern spirituality that related to Africa and of color. And, it made us aggressive like warriors. And, Malcolm X wasn't getting smacked up and beat up like Martin Luther King. But they knew Nation of Islam would have killed them cops. They'd have shot them up. They'd have popped police head off. So, we could do a part two, depending how y'all know. I want to see how y'all respond in the comments and everything. But my aspect is Martin Luther King is a sucker. And another thing, people always thought he was a Christian pastor. When you dig deep in your research, Martin Luther King was a Mason. He was a Mason. And then his real name is Michael King. His real name is Michael King, but he switched his name to Martin Luther King because his father, which was Michael King Sr., went to Germany. And when his father went to Germany, he liked the theory of the Protestant priest, which was Martin Luther. He liked it the way he thought. So Martin Luther King's father was a dumbass, stupid nigga. He went to Germany and fell in love with a white man's theory or the way he carried himself, his aura, swagger, and renamed himself Martin Luther. He took away the Michael and named himself Martin Luther King Sr. And Martin Luther King was 5 at the time. He named him Martin Luther King Jr. That was some stupid shit. That's like I go all the way to motherfucking Europe and I go to Germany and I see how they moving over there and I name myself Iron Hitler. That's stupid. So like I always tell y'all, there's different levels of black people. Y'all gotta know which type of black people y'all dealing with, what type of time they on, what type of theory, spiritual foundation, what type of protocol they on. Because everybody that's black ain't black. Because black is a state of mind. White is a state of mind. So everybody who profess to be black ain't really black. And everybody who say they're your brother ain't even your brother. Iron, intelligence, rule over negative nonsense, warlord, wisdom and righteousness, law over reckless decisions. Stay up like a cup, I holler back on my collar crack. If you knew better, you'll do better. We get up like sit-ups. The gods don't mingle with the mortals, kings don't eat with the peasants. The only time wise men hang around fools is when they educate them or enslaving them. Iron.